Okay, I guess we'll officially get started. Welcome everyone here. We'll go around. You want to say who's here?
I'm Teresa Olson. I'm a board member.
Lynn Hobbs, board member.
Jill Lowe, principal.
Alex Garrett, Vice Principal.
Ryan Marchant, business manager.
Okay, I guess the first item on the agenda is the financial report. So,
Yeah. Well, let's dive into this thing and have a 45 to an hour discussion, shall we?
Oh my gosh.
on finances.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to be very brief here. Um, Lynn and I met prior to coming on this meeting, like we always do in our audit committee meeting. Things are going well. You can kind of read through that. I won't do it. Hopefully, you've had a chance to do it. The one thing I did bold there that I just want to pull out to the attention to everybody is we do have a negative net income number for this year, and that's due because we've had capital expenditures of almost $1 million, 966,000. That includes several items, but the big one is, of course, our portables that we are purchased this year, which are 734,000. We have one additional payment of about $56,000 on top of that. So we'll be pushing $800,000 for those portables. We did have a couple change orders on that, but then we'll be completely done with it. But by and large, we're using them now. It's just kind of a couple things that we made changes on, and there's one final billing on that we'll pay this year. The good news is we've actually paid all of that out of earnings this year. So we didn't really have to dip much into our reserves. I guess we did a little bit, but we paid a good chunk of that actually out of our reserve, out of our operating budget this year, and then we did use a little bit of our reserves. So, yeah, we planned on that, and it's been super beneficial to the school. I know Jill can maybe talk about that for a moment if she wants, but just suffice it to say from our side, it was a well thought out and pretty well executed plan actually for the portables, and the vast majority of, like I said, we paid out of earnings this year, and then we used a little bit of our excess cash, which is a good thing. This next year, our student head count's high or strong. So if you just want to scroll down just a little bit, just kind of forecasting for this next year, our ADM, we're at 514 students. So we should have another strong financial year next year. And we'll be presenting a budget to the board in our June board meeting. We need to have one more. We'll actually, because we've overspent our budget this year because we didn't approve the portables in last year's budget when we did it, we're going to come back to the board with a higher budget just to show that we've included that in our final budget. And then we will also have a preliminary FY26 budget. And we have some of the fundings. I'm just kind of been working on that the last little bit. So the long story short, another good successful year. We were able to pick up some good capital assets, which we needed. We did some things around the building, which were really beneficial. Headcount's strong. You can see our cash position over the last 6 months. We did eat into it a little bit through our portable, but then again, that's nowhere near $1 million drop. So we were able to fund a good portion of that out of our ongoing operations, which is really good. So behind that, one other conversation that we did talk about in our audit committee meeting was just the cost of insurance, which has gone up. And as the board is aware, we did make a change in policy last year where once a full-time employee has been with our school for 15 years, then we do pay for all of their health insurance, which has been a huge benefit to them and really appreciated. We're just looking for unique ways to retain employees so that we can keep some of those that have been with us for a long period of time. And this was one of those ways that we kind of decided to do that. So, but you also see it in the financials where it's been fairly expensive for us. And then with health insurance costs going the way they are, we could be looking at an 8 to 12% increase in health insurance costs coming up again this next year. So the plan is to continue to do that. If we ever need to come back from that, we'll let you guys know. But at this point, I don't see that we'll need to pare that back. It's just a matter of kind of managing and making sure that we can financially make that happen. The remainder of the report just kind of shows the balance sheet, the income statement. You can look through that as we always do. Just want to make sure that you have that, all that information. And then, of course, some of our P&L by class that we're required to track behind that as well. So, any questions on the financial report? Or Lynn, did you want to add anything, or do you have any questions?
No, we
Anybody?
just talked basically about talked quite a bit about the insurance, I think as we're seeing it's going to be close to 12% every year. We can just count on it.
Yeah.
We hope that it's not, but unfortunately, to all the things that are going, with all the damages and stuff, fires, all that other stuff, they spread their insurance out through everything, not just your home. We'll get caught up in the same thing. So I think we both felt like we're gonna see the insurance keep
Rising.
rising, It's been
Yeah.
a problem for a lot of small businesses. I know when we had our business, it got to the point where it was getting to be a major expense.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to kind of watch that and see what we,
Yeah, there'll be a lot of, and we're just talking health insurance right now, but we do participate. We get our regular insurance through the state risk management, and those they're seeing increases there. So, kind of what you're saying, just all across the board, we're going to be seeing premium increases. So we'll try and manage that the best we can. We'll keep you aware of it. And at this point, it's not unmanageable. It's just something that we need to make sure that we're keeping an eye on. The legislature's been pretty good to us, including this last year again. They gave us some good increases, especially to teachers. We also, in our last meeting, talked about having contract meetings with a lot of our employees. And so most of our employees have been signed for contracts for next year. So that's really good to always have that done. And we have our staff in place for the next year. I would say by and large, and Jill can probably speak to this too, when we met with employees, people are glad to be here at the school. They don't really want to go anywhere else, but we also have to maintain competitiveness in our salary schedule. So we're pretty darn close to the Logan School District salary schedule, and that's what we try to do. It's not always exact 100% match, but it's close. So anyway, any other questions anybody has? If not, that's the financial report. If again, I'm always available if you have any questions or need anything answered. I'm always available to answer any questions anybody might have, and Jill and I can try and hunt those down for you if we don't have the answers.
Move to the next.
okay, well, let's move to next. This is for the trust lands plan, I guess, Jill.
Yeah, so this is our 25-26 fast forward trust land plan. Just a quick reminder of what this is. We get money from the state every year for the state trust lands that comes to the state school children, and each year it goes up a little bit, which is wonderful. This coming year, we're going to get $68,585.46. And that pays for one of our pays a portion of salary for Shandy Chambers. She does internship classes, cooking, childcare. What else does she do?
Family relationships.
Yeah, family relationships.
Literacy,
Thank you. Yes.
interior.
So kids love her. They love her courses. And that's kind of what we've done the last, I don't know, 5 or 6, 7 years, is we've spent our trust lands money, part of it on her salary. So that's what we're proposing again this year, to use that money to pay portion of her salary. Our goal is to increase our students' college and career readiness skills during high school by increasing the pass rate on their CTE industry assessment. So anytime a student takes a CTE course, They have to take a test at the end of it, and that's how we collect our data and see if we've been successful in our goal. Our measurement, besides those assessments, any student who is a CTE pathway completer is 100% of students graduate if they are a
Wow.
CTE pathway completer. So we've made the CTE program here it's a very big, Teresa knows, very big piece of our school and what we do here. That includes our video classes, our audio classes, our visual arts, Shandy's classes. We're starting an FFA program here. And we've also got what are Tyson's classes?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. Yeah. So it's, our CTE program's growing and the kids love it. They love it. So that's a really important piece of what we do here. So this will just continue, this piece of the puzzle just continues to support that area of growth for our kids. So yeah. Anyway, we just wanted to present that to you guys and take a vote on it if you agreed with that. After this, I was gonna do just kind of I was gonna have Alex pull up a slide that just talks about what we need to look for in our trust land plans. We submit this to the state every year, but anyway, we'll go over that next. But anyway, we need to have a vote on our trust land plan this year. So
Okay, do I have a motion to accept the trust lands plan?
I make a motion to accept that trust lands plan has been presented to us.
I'll second that. And then I guess we will have to get by vote someone else to agree to that, which I'm sure we will. So all those in favor, say aye. Aye. No opposed. So Alex, I guess you'll be the one to
send it out.
send it out and get that report back. So, okay, so that the next one is still trust lands training. You
So
wanted to,
I know this seems a little backwards. We probably should have talked about this
Well, that's
before,
all right.
but we had our agenda put together and thought we'll cover this after. You sent this out? There's a link in the email that Alex sent out, or this document. And you
Yeah.
can take time to go over it, but basically all of our board members need to look through these, make sure before they vote that these things are happening in our plan. So I've combed
So
over it quite a few times and it should all be
Yeah, I
good
went
to go,
over
but
it.
please look at it
it meant my approval because of what we've had to do
in
when
Logan.
I was on the
Yeah,
board.
yeah.
So everything's pretty much the same thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's great.
Anyway, so yeah, if you'll get a minute when you get on your computers, look at that. Then I can say that we've done it. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I'll say that we've completed it, and then we'll get our vote. So anyway.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Well, Jill, I guess you're the principal's report.
I'm on a roll. Okay.
Good.
We have graduation coming up next Wednesday. So please come if you can. We are saving you a seat. 2:00. I know Rich in his email said he's not going to be there. So are you okay to
Yeah, I'll be there.
accept the graduates?
Sure.
Like I think we did that last year
Yeah.
because Rich was unable to make it. But
Okay.
we've got graduation on Wednesday. We have an awards night on Monday at the fairgrounds. If you want to come from 5 to 7 at the big building at the fairgrounds, the new building. It's kind of a senior celebration for our students where we feed them and their families and give out awards and scholarships and
Okay.
whatnot. So it's kind of a fun night. So if you want a free meal and to come support our kids, come down from 5 to 7. That's on Monday. Tuesday, we have graduation walkthrough. Graduation on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll just do teacher evaluations and kind of wrap up the year. As the day after Memorial Day, our summer school section starts for students that need summer school.
You're
So
not even gonna
that's
take
3
a
weeks.
break,
No,
are you?
there's not much of a
Keep
break.
going. Pretend like school doesn't stop for another 3
Yes.
weeks and just keep coming.
Yeah.
Because
And they're for the severely deficient
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty doable.
I like that you're continuing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Instead of
taking a
taking
break
a-
and
Not
then
taking-
come back
yeah.
earlier, back in the
Yeah.
middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Families have plans, so we try to just
Keep-
get it all done. So It's 3 weeks. We have some teachers lined up every year that participate. Alex does a really cool program where he takes the kids in the mountains and they hike and they read and do some poetry, and kids love his outdoor. It's an outdoor program, so the kids love it.
In addition to the other, so we have the two
Yes.
kind of summer programs.
Yep.
Between that,
Two
we
offerings.
service roughly, I'd say 60 to 80 kids, depending
Yeah.
on the year. So
Do you get pretty good attendance out of
Mhm.
those that are really deficient, or?
Alex gets
Mine's
really
good.
good attendance, and his are kind of usually the lower classmen.
yeah.
The kids that come in person to the school are some of the kids that didn't graduate on time or are going into their senior year credit deficient. And for the first week, I feel like attendance is pretty solid. Then it kind of drains out as the more we get into summer. But we have kids that we invite / tell them they're coming. And so yes, they all get invites and parents are on board, and we always wish for the best. So
It has made a very big difference in going into that senior year. This summer was this kind of summer school program we made with the COVID year.
Mhm.
That was the first time we started doing that, and since then, like it's made
Pretty
the end of the
successful.
year feel better. Less of like trying to really get kids through and like that panic of like, are kids gonna make it, you know?
Yeah,
It's helped alleviate that, but and to speak to that for a second, like this week, we've had some, just a shout out to some staff that's
Oh,
kind of gone the extra mile. Our student center has been staying open till 8
Wow,
at
every
night.
night.
really?
This week of just kind of, there's been a handful of kids that just really needed that additional help, and we've had, you know, teachers stay and our tutors.
Paraprofessionals, yeah.
And
Oh,
so it's been a huge help
It's been
to get
busy.
kids through, and it's been really good that we were able to do that for them, because there's kids that have walked out of there and been like, I'm done, I'm gonna graduate, and they wouldn't have
Yeah.
without that additional
Yeah.
support, and so
That's
it's
good.
been really cool.
How
I
many?
That's
love
been
that
cool.
you work with the students to help them get there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, and lots of tears in the process. Kids that are like,
And
we have a
angry
cute
tears.
little gal that has a baby and she's working 2 jobs and she comes in at night and it's, oh my gosh, it's been awesome. But
And
yeah,
she finished today.
yeah, she
so.
got done today anyway. Oh,
That's
yeah,
just
she
sweet.
just
That
didn't think
makes-
she could do it, but I'm like, anyway. So yeah, we have a good group here. So
How many are we graduating? Do we know yet? or-
130-ish, not as many as last year. Our
Yeah.
senior class isn't as big, but we have a good group of graduating juniors and that have plans to attend Bridgerland, or we have quite a few rodeo kids. We have a lot of rodeo kids here that do online and they're headed to Texas with scholarships. One of our online rodeo kids, is he our valedictorian or our salutatorian? Anyway, and he's never stepped foot in the school, but anyway, so yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a good group this year. So
Yeah, I've got a kid I'm gonna go visit with tonight. That his mother called me, and he's been struggling.
okay.
He'll be a 9th grader,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if he's going to be a 9th grader this year or the following year. But she just wondered. She knew that I was on this, and she left a message that she'd like to talk to us about her boy going.
Okay.
Coming here. Boston Sweet is his
Okay.
name.
Haven't seen him on our wait list, but have him come over and he can do a tour anytime, or lots
gonna
of
go-
possible, potential students come and look around and
Yeah,
see if they
I will.
like it. But
He's done a lot of homeschool, and then he's doing online school, and
it is hard.
yeah,
Our online kids are successful because we have a lot of support for them. It's not just here, go do these
Go
classes.
teach
We have,
yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have a lot of support. So
I think
it's
it'll be
been
great
it's
for
been
him. I think
very successful.
he's a
for that
smart
reason.
kid. Besides, he likes to fly fish. He's a
There
good
you
fly
go.
fisherman,
That's
really
awesome.
masterful fly fisherman.
That's cool. Yeah, you taught him. Is that what you said? I taught him. He's got to be a professional.
He's a good kid. He
That's
really
awesome.
is. His father purposely left the family, and so it's just been mom and 3 boys, and
Well,
He's
That's
the
fine.
oldest, so
Yeah, we'll bring him over, have him come
I
in.
will.
Yeah, call us if you have questions.
Okay.
I haven't researched this. Our graduation exercises in the same place that they have. here?
Yes.
And how are
Yes.
we managing? Because
This year,
Okay.
that's a good question. This year, we provided 8 tickets for each
10.
graduate. 10.
10. We were able to do 10.
Oh, good. 10 yeah, each graduate gets 10 tickets. So, and then we've got an overflow room. So if we have extras that show up and don't have a ticket, they can still view the ceremony from like a broadcasted screen
Oh,
really close to the auditorium. So
all right.
that's our
We had to
plan.
ask families if they didn't need all 10 to
Only
not
take what they
take the
needed.
10.
Yeah.
And so then other families, like we've reached back out to and got them additional tickets if they needed. Some of them aren't like directly next to each other, but they're still in the venue. So
Yeah.
it's, for the most part, I haven't heard. Like it's worked out so far.
Yeah.
Like we haven't
Yeah.
run into issues, so.
But
we'll see on
hopefully
Wednesday, but
it all goes well.
so
But
far,
that
so
was
good.
that's our plan is the tickets. So
That's good. And I like that you're able to give them more than 2 tickets.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully it works okay and it runs smoothly and never always does, but I hope it goes well.
I
Last
think-
year was hard when we had all these,
Oh, yeah, that was a
oh my gosh, yeah. Anyway, so that
big
was
swing from the rafters.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Sure different than the first one.
right?
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
just, it really is pretty exciting.
It is.
I think it is to see
It's exciting.
how
There's excitement in the
successful
air.
the school's been.
Yeah.
You know, me and my wife was talking about it today, and I just think of hundreds of kids that have lives have been blessed because of this.
Yes, I
Just
agree.
unbelievable.
Yep, I agree. It's
And I
pretty
think
neat.
too, we have really good relationships with the schools in the valley, and so I think it's different than even, a handful of years ago, like. We are very much working together to find solutions for
Everyone.
students, and so we have counselors reach out all the time. Principals reach out all the time, be like, hey, what can you guys do to help this kid? And that's a big deal to
It
our
is.
success and why we always have a big wait list and why we always feel like. Every kid that we talk to, it's like, well, we gotta help this kid now, and so. It's a great problem to have, I guess.
Yeah.
you know.
And we've got
I
kind of a, oh, sorry,
was
Ray.
gonna say, I extended an invitation to Eric Lindsay to come, and I think he wanted to come up and go to graduation. I thought that'd be fun for him. So
I
hopefully,
hope he does.
How about
I haven't
you?
rounded back up to see if he's gonna come. It's probably 50-50, but we'll see if we can get him there.
He's the man who started this
Oh,
school.
really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It did.
Yeah.
I've tried to contact him, but I don't know if my phone number that I have for him or what. If you would just
We're still
text that to
recording.
me,
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
just text it to me.
Yep, I will.
Oh,
One more thing before we wrap up. We have had our leadership team revamping our logo, kind of our sign out here and what that looks like. We feel like it's a little bit outdated and nobody really knows what it means.
button.
Yeah, what a fast forward button is, like on a VCR or something.
yeah.
So we've had our leadership team working with a designer to revamp it, and we've got something that we feel like is going to work. So in June, we would like to show it to you guys and
Oh,
get your
awesome.
feedback. So yeah,
That'd
we're
be
kind of
great.
looking at a rebranding and anyway, it's kind of exciting. So it's has been a couple of years in the making. So we're getting it wrapped up, and it's not terribly different, but different enough that it's a little more modern and
Good.
meaningful to our students. So anyway, we'll show you that in June. Yeah. Anyway, that's all we've got.
Okay, any other questions? Anything else anyone has? If not, I'll call this meeting to a close.